Now then, my little Guzzling Gourmets, tomorrow is Valentine's, and of course one of the special little treats you might want for your loved one is some chocolates. So we're going to make some chocolate truffles. Now, not overly difficult. You're going to need some sweet condensed milk, 200 grams, okay. You're going to want 15 grams of unsalted butter, 15 grams of cocoa powder, and you want 30 grams of normal chocolate, not dark chocolate, sort of milk chocolate, okay. You're going to want some chocolate vermicelli or vermicelli strands, and you're going to want some butter, extra butter, but that's to butter your hands with, but we'll come to that. So first off, we want to chop up our chocolate just to get it a bit finer so it will melt easier. You can do this in a saucepan, but then before we actually make truffles, we're going to chill it down for an hour or two in the fridge, okay, because we obviously want the chocolate mix to be quite firm so that we can actually roll our truffles. Okay, so I'm just going to finish chopping that. Okay, so what I'm now doing is I'm going to take my cocoa powder and I'm just going to sieve that into the milk, which I've already weighed out into the pan. Okay, just don't want any lumps in it, do we? So perfectly acceptable just to break up them last little bits into the pan. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're now just going to mix that together thoroughly. Okay, wait, get out, or rather get in. Okay, we're not got any heat on at the moment. We will be warming it through. Okay, but at the moment we just want to make sure those two are combined. Okay, so now we're going to put in our butter. Okay, and at this point we're going to want a gentle heat, preferably one that stays on. Okay, and we're just going to melt that butter into it and then make sure it's all mixed thoroughly together. Okay, so don't put too much heat on there, we don't want to burn anything, we just want to get that melted and incorporated. Okay, so the butter is now melted in, but we'll continue heating it gently for a little while, just so it thickens slightly. Okay, and then when we're ready, we'll be adding in that chocolate. Okay, so in goes the chocolate. And again, we're just going to carry on mixing that through, making sure the chocolate is all nicely blended in there. Coming out, nice little bits. Okay. And then that's basically it, really, apart from making them into truffles. Okay, so heat off, just going to transfer that over the way, and then you just want a dish that you're going to pour it into to effectively sort of let it semi-set. Now this is first time you're going to want some butter. Okay, you just want to it just makes life easier when we come to getting it out. Okay, just butter the inside of that dish. You're going to want to keep that because, like I said, we're going to need that when we come to do the truffles. And now all we do is we just pour our chocolate mix into there, and it's now going to go into the fridge for 1 to 2 hours. So it probably won't go completely solid. Okay, we're not freezing it, but we want it fairly solid that we can divide it up into balls and we can shape the balls nice and easy. So just getting every single bit of that chocolate out there. Now this should make about 15 truffles. I was going to double the quantity, but unfortunately I only got 1 can of condensed milk. So that's going in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours, and then I'll catch you once we're ready. Okay, so we've taken the stuff out of the fridge. Actually, I'll put it in the freezer for a little bit, okay, to make sure it's nice and solid. We need to divide this up into basically 15-gram portions. Okay, now I've got a little bit of greaseproof paper on there, which I've greased, all right, so this won't stick to it. And I'm going to attempt to get about 15 grams of this mix weighed out. And it's sticky stuff. Right, there's a bit too much on there. I'm just going to remove a little bit if it'll let me. So, having got that, we now want to roll it up, but we don't want to get sticking to everything. So what I've got here is some butter. Yeah. And I'm just going to butter my hands so that I can now pick this up and roll it into a ball, okay, and then drop it into these chocolate sprinkles. So it's then just a matter of rolling it around, coating it all over in the chocolate sprinkles, and then just re-rolling it again to get those sprinkles in there. You might want to just coat it again and then re-roll it. Whoops, and there you have your chocolate truffle. Okay, so I'm going to get on and do all that. You don't want to sit there and look at me getting all messy. You probably do, you probably don't care. But that's our chocolate truffles.